My lord, I just have two entries to refer the witness to. It's Exhibit UU1, which is the cell register for Foslorus Court for the 19th of June. The witness has already testified, my lord, regarding the occurrences of the 19th of June.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. Sir, you remember yesterday you testified about your interaction with accused number 2 at Foslorus Magistrate Court.
Magistrate Court.
Okay.
That's correct, my lord.
You said what was the when did you leave Foslorus Magistrate Court?
Magistrate Court.
When our shift ended, my lord.
I mean the time.
She's current.
2 o'clock, my lord.
The oral speed in Dambam.
2 o'clock. Okay. Because according to this entry, for the 19th of June, my lord, it's entry by a serial number 271. The name is Ndanzi Bongani, and the offense is dealing in drugs. The case number is 534/6/20 from Pretoria North. Date of release 19 June, and the time of release is 13:30. Reason for release: not enrolled. Remarks under paragraph 16, released. Do you understand what I'm trying to read from this entry? It's that accused number 2 was released at 13:30.
Umsolwa sibili-ke ukhulule ngesikhathi lesika 1:30 emini ngomhla 19 kuJune.
Yes, my lord.
But you are saying at 2 o'clock when you left, you were still giving a backup for accused number 2.
Athi uma nisuka-ke lapho nisasiza umsolwa wesibili ngokuthi nimnike i-backup.
My lord, I mentioned that we were in the parking. The suspect went inside the magistrate court with Sergeant Mukhani. He was not accompanied by us. We were in the parking waiting until 2 o'clock to disperse.
When you left, you don't know where the accused number 2 was?
No, my lord. He went inside the magistrate's court.
Chazile ukuthi umsolwa wangena Sergeant Mukhani thina samlinda le ngaphandle ubaze baphume.
And then from that entry when accused number 2 was released at 13:30, he is booked again midnight at 00:40 at Phukeng Police Station. My lord, if I can just read the entry proper, it's Exhibit PP in brackets 1. Date 20 June. Thank you. I'll read it for the record. It's the occurrence book, my lord, for the Phukeng Police Station on the date of 20 June 22 as per serial number 713, time 00:40. Suspect detained, Sergeant Mukhani of National Cold Case Investigation, detained cell 2940620, Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi on Phukeng, case 1180620, possession of live ammunition, notice of rights as per SAP 14, number 80947284, read and explained to the accused and understood and detained with no injuries. But the question that I want to ask you is that for the period from First Lawyers Court, which is 1330, up to this period, you said you did not provide any escort duties. Is that your evidence?
That's correct, my lord.
Atho uthi-ke wena kusukela ngo-1330 nisuka lapha eForstoras uyofika lesi sikhathi sika-0040 kusho ukuthi 40 minutes emuva ka-12 wasebusuku anizange nimpheleze nimsize ukuthi nim-escort umsolwa ngaleso sikhathi wathi cha.
But when you left, was there an exchange of shift within the metropolis? Are there any other police, metro police, who came to give the escort to the SAPS when you...
Kwaba nabanye yini amaphoyisa asemetro afika athatha umsebenzi kinina naseke ninake nishiya bona emsebenzini ukuthi baqhubeke nge-escort?
No, my lord.
Cha.
Thank you, my lord. Just one more on the members of members of your unit. In all these three occurrences, which is the 19th, is the 24th, and is the and the 5th of June, when you provided services to the SAPS. It was only you and your crew members in all these three occasions, am I correct? Or you were changing?
We were changing, my lord.
Okay.
Athi umhla 1924 nomhla 5 kuJune kwakuyinina kuphela yini enani phelezela abasolwa noma kukhona abanye ke nje ababe nabo babengena ke basizwa senza athi cha hayi sasi shiyelana nabanye.
But you were not changing. All these three you attended. In all these three occasions.
My lord, it is different dates, so it's not consecutive dates. So other occurring dates, well, let me make an example, my lord. If I appeared on the 5th, if I was present on the 5th of June, on the 6th of June, it means there was someone else, my lord.
And I can't ezehlukile lezi anginike indlela engayichaza ngayo ukuthi uma ukuthi bengisebenza umhla 5 June usho ukuthi welanga elilandelayo umhla 6 June usho ukuthi kwangemini.
Okay, let me just rephrase. Maybe you did not understand my question. You were a unit, am I correct?
That's correct.
Nani ithimba kunjalo athi yebo.
Of more than 4 members.
Labantu abangaphezulu kwabane.
That's correct, my lord.
Athi yebo kunjalo.
Okay. But in these 3 occasions when you gave a backup to the SAPS, it was only you and your colleagues only, not any other members.
And usikulezi ikhathi ezintathu uma nizoqhasa abesiphoyisa sase-South Africa kusho ukuthi ke kwakuyinina ke nje ithimba lakho nje elalikhona ngazo zonke lezi zikhathi.
It was members from our unit, my lord.
Hayi ababevela eqembini lami.
Okay. No. Thank you. Last one, my lord. You said your supervisor is still available, Mr. Singh. Is that correct?
That's correct, my lord, but he was redeployed. He's at the equestrian unit.
Okay.
Athi hayi lo umkhuzi wami akasasebenzi nathi wasuswa lapho sisebenzela la ekuthiwa equestrian unit.
Okay, can I ask you when you finish to give the details for Mr. Singh to the state advocate for Mr. Singh to be called? Thank you, my lord. I've got no further questions.
In the reading examination.
As a court, please, my lord, we just want to make sure the court has got Exhibit UU1, the copy of the cell register from First Lawyers Court. We handed it up on Friday together with the other exhibits. the 2 pages that have been stapled together, I think it will be at that will be the last page of the bundle that relates to accused 2. Be the last page of exhibit MM. There's MM, then yes, MM, then MM1 in brackets. Then attached to that will be the register. So it's 2 pages stapled together.
I don't seem to have it. Just make a copy for me. Okay, please.
Thank you.
Make a note. Exhibit U1, no?
Yes. Now, Constable Jonathan, it was put to you by counsel for accused number 1 and 2 that both accused aver that there was a form of assault, tubing, and that you were present during those occasions. And various occasions were put to you where you would have been present, like at or near a garage in Alberton, where it was said that you pushed your front seat towards the back where the accused was sitting and pressed him hard, and that Surgeon Mabena was putting a plastic bag over his head, and that thereafter you proceeded to an area which it was said is a dumping site with steel tanks where you stopped, and that you took accused number 2 out of the vehicle, uncuffed one of his hands, and handcuffed him to a steel pole, and it was also put to you that there was another occasion where a device was used to electrocute accused number 2 on his stomach, and that during the process of using that device, a plastic was taken from his head, and that he started bleeding from his nose. And thereafter, it was put that the party proceeded to Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital, and it was also put to you that from there they traveled to Orlando near disused ATMs, that you escorted them, and there accused was poured with water, and it was during winter. Now, given all these allegations of assault, are you aware of the procedure that one must follow if they feel aggrieved, if they feel that their rights were violated, if they feel that they've been assaulted. Is there a process that a suspect must follow if there is such a complaint of assault?
My lord, the suspect would be able to open a case, my lord, of assault.
Kuthiwa lana umsolwa oqala nosibili kuthiwa bashaya and kwesinye isikhathi ke bathathwa bayiswa nasegaraji la ngase-Alberton. Kuthiwa lapho ke wena waphusha isitulo wasiphushela emuva lapho kwafika wacindezela umsolwa khona ngesitulo. Kuthiwa usergeant wathatha uplastic wawufaka phezu kwekhanda lakhe nasenisuka ke nendaweni la khona la kudapha khona izinto and la kukhona khona izinsimbi nafika nama kuthiwa wena wakhipha umsolwa emotweni wasumbophela wakhipha oyeduza nkosi wasumbophela kulezo insimbi. Kuthiwa wasekhona bonomshini wasetshenziswa ke ukuthi bawuthintisela esiswini sakhe. And kuthiwa futhi ke wathi makususwa uplastic ekhanda lakhe kwabonakala ukuthi wopha igazi ngamakhala. Kuthiwa nasuka ke naseniya Christian Baragwanas lapho naphinde nasuka naye Orlando la ufika khona lathola khona la kunama ATM khona angasasebenzi. Kuthiwa wena kwawuphelezela ngaleso sikhathi. Kuthiwa ke umsolwa uthi wathelwa ngamanzi abandayo kuyisebusuku. Manje ke kuko konke ke lokho wabuza ukuthi uyakwazi yini ukuthi uyazini ukuthi yipi indlela ukuthi umuntu akwazi ukufaka isikhalazo sakhe mayelana nokuthi ke amalungelo akhe awazange agcinwa sithi cha hayi angavuli icala.
And in fact, it was put to you that the accused was traumatized by this incident. Are you aware if such a charge was laid against you?
Kuthiwa umsolwa ke uthi wahlukumezeka ngaso lezo ikhathi. Uyazini ukuthi khona icala lokuhlukumeza lafakwa?
No, my lord.
Cha.
Did the accused perhaps file any complaint with your employers, Ekurhuleni Metro?
Khona isikhalo enasifaka umsolwa emetro emaphoyiseni?
Not that I'm aware of, my lord.
Cha nginalo lolu lwazi.
You mentioned that you were the first to arrive during cross-examination by counsel for accused number 1 and 2. You mentioned that you were the first to arrive at Moroka police station at about 6:30 in the morning.
Bekele ukuthi kwakho wena waqala wafika eMoroka police station ngo-6 ngapha 6 not yebo.
And more or less, when did Sergeant Mukhani arrive with accused number 2?
Sergeant Mukhani wafika ninike nomsolwa wesibili.
Did they find you there, or what was the position?
Bakuthola lapho noma kokwenzekani?
I found him there, my lord.
Ngamthola lapho.
And was Sergeant Mukhani alone, or was he with someone else?
Sergeant Mukhani wayedwa yini noma nomunye umuntu?
At the vehicle he was alone, my lord.
Hayi emotweni wayedwa.
I'm not sure if he was alone on the day.
Angazi ukuthi wayedwa yini ngalelo langa.
Thank you, Madam. Those are the only aspects we wanted to take up with you.
Sir, your experience as a police person is for how long?
Neminyaka engaki ke usebenzela isiphoyisa?
By tomorrow, my lord, it will be 9 years, my lord.
9 years.
Athi kusasa kuzobe sekuphela iminyaka eyisishagalolunye.
Let me tell you what has happened with the police. After Steve Biko was murdered, right?
the South African police introduced a method whereby police who were manning cells would fill in an OB, as you have been put to you, an occurrence register book. In the afternoon, when the sergeant comes, he asks everybody in the cell, any complaints? One person may say, they didn't give me food. One may say, Ratamokhateng assaulted me. And somebody else may say, whatever. Are you aware of that practice?
Yes, my lord.
Right.
Ake ngike kwathuleleke nansi into eyake yenzeka. Kuthiwa ngesikhathi ke emva kokuthi kushawe uSteve Biko, amaphoyisa ke aletha le ndlela yokusebenza ukuthi amaphoyisa ke ayithume kunabasola basemaseleni kwakubhalwa lapha kulento ekuthiwa OB, occurrence book, kusho ukuthi ila kubhalwa khona izinto ezenzeka. Manje la efika usayitsheni efika ntambama asifike azobuza abasola athi ke kukhona yena onesikhalazo, omunye ngathi ke hayi cha abasinika ukudla, omunye athi hayi uRatamokhateng ungishayile.
Right, and the other aspect of that police sergeant who is in charge of the cells, when he comes in, he writes down every complaint from each and every of the cellmates. Are you aware of it?
Yes, my lord.
Right.
Ndokuthi usayitshenge lapho Ratha ubhala zonke izikhalazo zabasola abangaphakathi. Wathi uyawazi lokho, wathi yebo ngiyawazi.
And pertinently, if he sees, he physically inspects the inmates. That's why when a person is booked in, some of these entries, they say, booked in by Sergeant Mokhado without injuries. He just doesn't write without injuries. He inspects the inmate in the presence of Mokhano who is booking him in. And if there's an injury there, he's obliged to report it. Are you aware of that practice?
That's correct, my lord.
Athi ke uma ukuthi ke kukhona ke ochazayo umezobhala lapha usayitsheni uyabhala ukuthi uma kulethwa abasolwa lapho bafakwe lapho bengalimele, and uma kuukuthi kukhona ke olimele ke kufanele kusho ukuthi no, uma ukuthi balethwe usergeant othize bavele bathi ukuthi lo sergeant ulethe labantu laba bengalimele, wathi uyakwazi lokho athi yeah.
In the morning, it's a new shift normally. A new sergeant or cell officer comes in. Each and every cell, he conducts what is called a parade. Do you know that?
That's correct, my lord.
Wathi ke kuseni ke uma ngena usergeant omusha ufanele ke ahambe ke ayohlola lokubizwa ngeparade kulo wonke amasela, wathi yeah.
He's got a register, OB, and he asked each and every inmate, during the time, assuming the last inspection was at 8 o'clock the previous night, during the time 8 o'clock up to today, now, do you have any complaints? Are you aware of that practice?
Yes, my lord. They also refer to it as a handing over, my lord.
Yes.
Wathi ke ekseni uma ngena omusha usayitsheni ufayithatha le OB incwadi le OB ahambe konke amasela, athi ke ukusukela ngo8 wayizolo makuthi ibhalwe ngo8 ngayizolo, athi kukhona yini oshintsho vele khona yini onesikhalazo, bafanele kube nempendulo lapho bese iyabhala phansi uthi yakwazi lento, athi yebo ngiyakwazi, manje sekujwayele ukubizwa ukuthi i-hand over.
If during that period Ratamokhateng says, I'm sick, I was vomiting, the sergeant at arms there is obliged to make provision for medical attention. Are you aware of it?
Yes, my lord.
Athi kuma ukuthi ke uRatamokhateng uthi lapho ke ngiyagula futhi ke ngiyaphalaza ngiyahlanza, kufanele ukuthi bakwazi ukumenzela indlela ukuthi athole usizo.
And that, okay, yeah,
I'm done.
okay. And that sergeant or officer has to annotate that complaint that I'm sick, I'm vomiting, arrange for an ambulance, arrange for the transportation of the inmate to a hospital. Do you know that?
Yes, my lord.
Athe lo sergeant lo kumethola ukuthi kukhona isikhalazo esikhona ufanele abhale phansi futhi ke esebhalile uchaza ukuthi kukhona le nto ufanele azame ukuthola iambulance athole into engathatha lo lesisigulane isise esibhedlela wathi yebo ngiyakwazi.
And there are standing orders. If an inmate has been assaulted, more especially if that inmate can say he was assaulted by policeman Ratam Kwatlin, the sergeant at the cells there has got to annotate that complaint, and he doesn't have to take that man to court or to hospital. He's going to call his superior to come and see that exigency. Kenja Pandai, do you know that?
Not in depth, my lord.
But have you heard about it?
No, my lord.
You have never heard of a policeman being charged for having assaulted an inmate in the cells?
I mean the process
Okay,
up to
yeah.
that extent, my lord.
Yeah, fine. I appreciate that. But have you ever heard of a policeman being charged
Yes, my lord.
of having assaulted an inmate in the cells?
Yes, my lord.
Yeah. Okay.
Uma ke kukhona umsolwa oshayiwe iphoyisa lelo kuthiwe ngishayile liphoyisa ukuthiwa Ratam Kwatlin kufanele kubhalwe lapho ukuthi cha ushayiwe nangu uyakhalaza futhi ke lokho ke akuyiswe enkantolo iphoyisa lelo kufanele liphakamisele kobaphethe umkhuzi wabo achaza ukuthi hayi ngishayiwe wathi uyakwazi lokho athi akona angikaze ngikubone kodwa ngikwazi.
Do you have any experience with the IPD?
With iPad, my lord.
iPad, yeah.
No, my lord.
You don't, okay. I'll leave it for Sergeant Mukhano, maybe he has.
Bathi wakathinta naye nalamaphoyisa wakasebenzisana namaphoyisa e-IPD usho ukuthi labaka abahlola okwenziwe izona ezenziwe ngamaphoyisa mhlambe amacala enziwe ngamaphoyisa athi yeah.
But regarding the fact that you are alleged and accused of having viciously assaulted accused number 1 and 2, I take it, when they were being escorted, and that you participated actually in the mass assault of both of them in the presence, they were assaulted in your presence by other inmates. There was Geninda, there was Raputi, and there was Mapumulo, there was Butelezi, yourself. Up to now, has IPID never investigated you, or have they investigated you?
No, my lord.
Manje kuthiwa lana ke wena ke kuthiwa wena uke wafaka isandla ekushayeni abasolwa kubikwa no Gininda no Raputi no Maphumulo no Buthelezi. Manje ke abantu be-IT bayeke beze bazokuhlola lo wathi cha.
And you just answered Mr. Baloyi, and you maintain that no criminal charges of assault, GBH, attempted murder were preferred against you because, according to the evidence led, that's an assertion on behalf of the 2 accused, there's a suggestion that Rapudi actually asked, is he still alive? Meaning that a senior guy like him saying that it means somebody was so viciously assaulted that it was possible that Yehan Frek is going to die. Are you with me? Are you still alive? Is he still alive? And no charges have been preferred against you? Nothing?
None at all.
Manje kuthiwa khona la liphoyisa lo Raputi eliphezulu impela nje elake lafika labuza lo mbuzo uthi kanti lo muntu usaphila yini na? Uthi lo muntu lo ayishayiwe ngempela ukuthi aze ukuza lo mbuzo. Usho nje akukho licala elavula athi cha.
Okay, any questions arising? Mr. Ngomezulu?
May I quickly approach accused number 2?
Okay, fine.